everyone, and my name is Susilo. Usually child Silo. I am 19 years old and I studied at the Universitas of Tanjungpura, Pontianak, the Agricultural Faculty of 2020 years. And English and they speaking English and the far and the sea about and they used to far and was and speaking English right. I'm not anybody proficient in English and I had to write the text with the help of the girlfriend. The fourth C in the fourth is C and number one. It is important to learn English. So important and learning English especially and for education and the fourth and this because and English is one of the international language as by many countries, and in some countries English is a second and language for the people because the role of the English as the and because language of international communication and is very important for exchange sector and Indonesia is one of the countries that is no and parts and a drop not all know all Indonesia though it sing Indonesia background and ice country that is history and house cultural and diversity might Indonesia in the back the strain might in a forget in tourist. Why is learning English important? Learning English is very important, especially in terms of education. And in addition, to English, we can produce and the diversity of culture and language of the each nation or was working course want to know about this nation. This is great name for English the nation and national arena. Here and some of the advantages of mastering English. Number one, great opportunity to get a job. Of course, of no finish stuff and job is not easy. Obviously, we are able to master too. Language, it is a great opportunity for us to get a job. We are already a fluent English play an important role and role in any size in interest language and advanced era like this. For those of you who are still instant alert to speak English or you those hours to number two ready for tours me. Yes, for those of you who like traveling it's on of the why? Because I already know almost a part of the world master English for international. If you are interested in traveling abroad my mastering English, you can easily socialize with a surrounding community of tours when registration become isn't a phone. Number three and so nice education level to you feel there is not enough school in Indonesia and way to achieve goals for higher education abroad. Speaking English here is on the most important things because of course you don't want to be in your country artificially net a friend might be like ski if you meet a friend who will speak Indonesian, but if you only stick with one language, are you sure you will be able to master English? Firstly, in the importance of mastering TOEFL. Number two, the importance of master TOEFL. So, millions of the people have taken or know about the TOEFL. The yes, TOEFL stands for the English as a foreign language. This this test is still of the main background for understanding English. English what? Funny tools the TOEFL they become a right for a student when work is like you might want to continue their study or work in country where English is the main language. More than 94 universities and institution and countries of TOEFL. This is on of the main assessment parameter with the recognition of the TOEFL there's a measure of assessment of course the test which usually takes about 4 hours. 4 hours. Now, what? It's very important. Yeah, to be taken seriously, the TOEFL test is a really for those of you want to and experience it and broaden your horizon by being in a new country. Here I summarize me. Say summarize. I'm sorry. I will summarize some of the benefits of the TOEFL, guys. Number one, I write for studying the line of people, not only forcing the top universities on other countries, the TOEFL, and this also applies to those of you want to exchange school or work a country far and country far different from your home country, Indonesia. The experience you get, even if you only country will be a very memorable, I'm sorry, memorable, and will less in lifetime learning system and different way in starting will train you to be able to adapt the positive side of the system abroad and every in your life. For number two, choosing a travel perspective. Being abroad away from home will broaden the perspective your and perspective I life will much different because of the many new things you and encounter. I will be a very different to experience freeze and what is happening it's another countries compared to choose I do not, and I'm sorry, and just writing or writing the nice social interaction with other people will also broaden your global perspective. And because there are so many listening tradition, culture, and social aspect of the same only be realist if you manage to get a TOEFL score that matches that requirements. Number three, and capital will guarantee if you study or work in another and country develop before you will have direct contact with those who have never know you before maybe they only know you as letter introduction and recommendation 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 I know I do know I'm sorry and recommendation that you include it is it is point the TOEFL test is very important not only in form of granted that you can do academic I segment in an environment that speak English the learning system in Europe speaking as English must also is done a requirement for a lecture is a student does not meet the TOEFL requirements I'm sorry, requirements. He will be confessed and fired, fail to carry out the role and I student. Number four, accurate evaluation of courseware. Can judge how a perceive a person understanding of English is just by looking at the host speaking or his class in class. Right, there are people who are very good in speaking, but like grammar and written tests on other hand, there are people all who are very clever and master the structure of the English but and you master and converse in English. In English or what will English, but in ways to fail, with the role of the TOEFL, this an accurate assessment and evaluation for question categories in the TOEFL test. There's no further reading, listening, speaking, and writing and evaluate their abilities that that way will as leader and academic environment. I get TOEFL score means you and successful follow learning in English. In English. Number five. Feedback is quickly received in just 10 to 25 days, and after taking the TOEFL test, you are convinced you ought what TOEFL score you succeed at achieving the assessment. Assessment is based on a question category. Now, what's your category? What's you? Now, for the is my for the TOEFL score can also be option to you define your skill and heckling what still need to be read. I love. Number six. Oh, once. I'm sorry. And number six. One week of fortunes. You know, and can know your a sign of the buying of right and business and good to fall score will and be a place in the information field. The mind officially your proficiency professor and understanding of English is recognized according to the standards where almost any country you will be in. And be in English there is a second language. Now until now English the study my favorite language to learn. Number seven, and then number seven. Yes, confidence and focus and number seven. Carol path to you are like the and what of knows the boundaries broad network sometimes requires or was to understand and language of other than or my language and language Indonesia with suffered English proficiently. It means that you have often a door of opportunity that are increasingly accessible. English has always been as the various field and including multinational business weighing and employee with a good understanding the foreign in English is a will be a plus of the company. Yes, for inside in number three and stop see number three and explanation of the notes definition styles example and function of known Indonesia is very important part of speech because nouns are not to name object and accept that it's the word so they implies physical and abstract thing and then finally known is 40 and so that implies physical and abstract thing. The following will explain the definition textbook example and the function of the noun understanding you noun noun. Yes, known. Known. I like known. It's a word with the name or describe people, object, place, and the ideas. Place and this. In the other this word refers to both physical object and abstract concept. Known can be an example in word like the only below physical object of table, and I do I'm sorry and tablets house phone floor water wind the abstract concept of time ideas of finishing again difficulty what from the example above It can be seen the noun refers not only in the focus physical object but also abstract concept and that exist at the word. And the word displays example of noun are the difference and example of noun in English. I concept and abstract. Abstract no no basic no all these no are different no in short to namely contract noun non-concrete noun are noun that can be observed by the five senses and so that it's concrete in nature of referring to an object directly and Einstein mentioned it earlier. Example, bug, eraser, battle, battle, oh, uh, and I'm sorry, and battle, flower, chair, classroom, star, mount, far wind, abstract noun is I, known that is not described by the five senses and in the outer world, the outer world. Therefore, in the top right, this is known is abstract, it's used in material concept and genius no further and focus this effect of non initially indicated by the engine ag ion sion dom hot ice mine nice hip it it tie example happiness emergency place hood freedom communism motivation affection ideology right lifetime aids. Thank you, see you next time. My name is Susilo Wisely. Thank you very much. It's funny.